Hello my strong friends. Today I am on a mission to figure out whether or not the glute pump is real. Now, my Fitspo friend Marie Wold swears that the glute pump is real. I disagree. I've never seen it. It's like a unicorn. It's something that sounds amazing, but I've yet to see it in person. I've yet to experience it myself. Now, probably because I don't train with the specific goal of glute isolation or glute hypertrophy, but a lot of bikini girls who are looking for that kind of bikini girl look do focus a lot on growing their glute muscles specifically. So they do workouts like the one I'm about to do to grow their butts. So I don't do that, but I'm gonna try. I am going to try. I hope that I prove Marie Wold right and myself wrong. And I have a tape measure. I'm gonna measure my before and afters. If you haven't checked out Marie Wold's YouTube channel, be sure to do that. She has a 3-part series on glute training. I'm using that and she gave me some tips, some things to focus on for this video. Be sure to check out her channel. I'm gonna link everything down below. And this video is also gonna be sponsored by HelloFresh, who were kind enough to send a box delivered straight to my door so that I could have some bomb meals. I'll talk more about that later, but we're gonna talk a little bit about nutrition. If you're watching this and interested in growing your glutes, maybe you're watching this because you saw the title and have interest in growing your glutes. So we'll talk a little bit about nutrition and what I think you need to do to make sure that you're growing your muscles, specifically your booty ones. Okay, so we're gonna get started with the glute activation portion of this workout in the gym. All right guys, we're in the gym finally, about to get started, but before we do, I gotta measure to really truly see if the glute pump is a real thing or not. So Ryan's gonna help me measure at the thickest, most thickety thick part of my butt, please. Probably 100 inches. Whoa.
Oh, right?
Okay, what is that?
42 and a half.
42 and a half? Can we get to 43? Can we get to 45? Now, if we get to 45, I'll give Marie Wold $1,000 because I have been discrediting her for so long. I'm sorry, Marie, but we'll see.
Not her personally.
Not her, just the idea of a glute pump. Her and I have been battling about this topic for years now. Okay, so we are getting started with the activation portion of the workout. Marie uses a specific band for her entire workout, but I found this at the gym, so I'm gonna use this, and we're just gonna get right into it. The first exercise is a banded air squat. The idea here is that you want to push out with your knees on the descent and on the way up, so that you're constantly pushing out with your knees and turning on your glutes, turning on your glute med. Now, in powerlifting, I often struggle with my knees caving during the squat. So this is a warm-up that I do. Actually, her entire activation sequence is something that I do or have done before, except for one movement. I'm gonna try not to talk because I really do want to actually get a glute pump. So we do 15 reps here and we have 3 sets. Next movement is a banded lateral shuffle. Marie calls it a shovel, I would just call it a lateral walk. And then she actually does do a shuffle after that. So first one, I'm just gonna walk laterally, making sure that I have a little micro bend in my knees, an athletic stance, and focusing on my glutes. I'm going to move laterally, kicking out. I do like to have my toes pointed slightly inward, but notice how I'm keeping tension on the band the entire time. Think of a rep goal here and reach it for each side. And then you can switch to the other side. Mind muscle connection is what I'm focusing on. Thinking about my glute pump. I'm gonna get it. Ooh, it's already on. Okay, and then she does this lateral shuffle. So she's walking forward, but shuffling out. So it's kind of like, again, maintain tension in the band throughout the entire movement. Whew, I'm already feeling it. Whew. And I'll walk back. Oh God, that's painful. A similar movement would be a monster walk that we do, but I feel like her shuffle, there's more tension in the band throughout the entire movement. Okay, What's next?
Why are you taking that off? You gotta keep that on the whole line. We're going to banded clamshells.
Okay, banded clamshells, cool. This one, I do a clamshell again to focus on isolation of my glute med. I focus on that so that I don't have any knee valgus during my squat. Now, your favorite bikini girls are doing the same things and the same exercises and movements. It's not really rocket science. We all have the same sort of muscular makeup, maybe not makeup, but we all have the same muscles. So to grow them and create muscular hypertrophy, we all have to use the same thing. So this is an isolation movement that I do in my warm-up, and Marie also does in her warm-up for a completely different goal. So I usually don't have a band, but we'll see how it goes banded. So what I'm doing is keeping my leg on the ground, flat on the ground, keeping contact with that entire leg, and then trying to raise just like a little clamshell. Like my little pearl is right here. Is that gross? This band is kind of strong, I gotta say though. It's hard. Okay, switch. Jesus, okay. Okay, next we've got some banded glute bridges and then some banded donkey kicks. Now, those two are not necessarily used in my specific warm-up, but they're movements that I'm used to. I do find that the band, when going through these, does really help with that mind-muscle connection that Marie helped. So if you have a band, a hip circle, or like one of those small rubber bands, check out her video. She recommends a good company to use. Definitely incorporate that. It's just a small thing and it's a cheap thing that will help you feel activation in your glutes for sure. A hip circle might be a little too strong. The one that I have with me is a little too strong, so keep that in mind. And also, we're still in the activation stage. We haven't even gotten really to the workout yet. So this is a ton of work prep before you actually get to the hard work. So I'm gonna finish up with some foam rolling so that I'm keeping my circulation up and also just getting ready for a tough workout that Marie's gonna put me through. A lot of you guys might be watching this video because you are particularly interested in growing your glutes. That's fine, fitness goals are important. It's important that you know exactly what you want before you even get in the gym. I do wanna stress that you're not going to experience isolated muscle growth without some sort of caloric surplus. So I do want to talk a little bit about nutrition. My friends at HelloFresh were kind enough to sponsor this video, so we will cut to my kitchen so you guys can see my opinions on some of that stuff. And don't worry, we'll be getting into the actual workout right after. Short message from HelloFresh. Hey guys, before we get too far into the booty pump rabbit hole, I want to talk about the importance of nutrition and making sure that you're eating enough food so that your body has an opportunity to grow. And so I want to thank today's sponsor, HelloFresh, for making this video possible and also for providing some awesome nutrition options for those of us who want to be a little bit health conscious, or for those of us who are really busy and have crazy schedules. HelloFresh is super convenient. You can choose the day that works for you to deliver it. So whether that be at the beginning of the week or at the end of the week for the weekend, you get to choose, and a box of HelloFresh, nicely packaged, will show up on your doorstep. One thing that I really like is that you can pause for weeks at a time if you're traveling, like I do all the time, or if you're gonna be gone for a few weeks, or if you just need to pause it, that's also fine. HelloFresh makes it super easy to get really nutritious meals that are under $10 a plate, which is pretty cheap, especially if you're comparing it to eating out all the time, which is something that I'm always doing. Here you can see my current HelloFresh setup. All of the ingredients came pre-portioned in this bag, and I love it because I can get a little bit creative. A honey glazed pork tenderloin is definitely not something that I myself would dare attempt to recreate, but HelloFresh makes it super easy. They take the shopping portion out of it. Look how easy that was. Everything is just here. Although these recipes look very difficult and complex, all of the recipes are super easy to follow. You already have the ingredients there, so no shopping needed. They take usually about 30 minutes to cook, with a little bit of prep time. This one here that I'm working on is the honey glazed pork tenderloin with sweet potatoes, green beans, and some nice pork tenderloin. HelloFresh has 3 different plans that you can choose. You can choose classic, veggie, or family. I chose the family because we like to eat a lot. Meticulous.
That's not it.
How did you do it? I burnt the garlic just slightly. It's off. This is the glaze. So it's garlic, thyme, chicken stock, a little bit of water, and the honey. You guys can get HelloFresh for $30 off your first week. So visit HelloFresh.com and you can use the code MEGSQUATS30 for $30 off your first week. This is almost done cooking. You got the pork tenderloin in the bottom and then the green beans and the sweet potatoes. I'm so excited to have this, but let me get the camera away from the hot oven. Last but not least, thanks to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video, and we'll go back to the gym. Make sure you're eating, okay? Ooh la la. Okay guys, we're back in the gym for the gym portion of the workout. We're done activating. We got enough food going on. And so next, this is the part of Marie's video or series where we're lifting with weights. Remember, there is a part that she has, a third part to her series, where she has no weights at all. So if you want to do like an at-home workout, that's also an option. I'll link that down below. First movement, still got the bands. Still got our trusty band. We're gonna do some hip thrusts to start. She recommends using just a dumbbell, and I actually don't mind that because setting up a barbell for a hip thrust is so annoying. So I've got a 40-pounder. We'll see if it's gonna be heavy enough for me. For the rest of these movements, it's gonna be 3 sets of 12 to 15. I'm gonna try and push it and see if I can do 15 for everything. For these also, if you choose to use a dumbbell or just want to start with your body weight, you can pause at the top just to get a little bit more time under tension, make it a little bit harder for yourself, especially if you're searching for that glute pump. Also, don't mind my fanny pack. That's where our mic pack is, so that I can take it on and off. You know, just video things. Okay, I'm gonna squeeze, still pushing my knees out throughout the whole movement. Extend my hips. Oh, it's a little light for me, I think. After the hip thrust, we are gonna head over to the leg press. I might need to add some weight on here, but we'll start here. I've never done these banded, so I do wanna start with a little bit less weight than what I usually do. So just below the knee, push your band. For these, I'm still thinking about pushing my knees out to turn on my glute medius, try and get the most out of my pump. And when I extend, I am leaving a little bit of an athletic bend in the knee. That's what Marie recommends as well. And you're never gonna believe what she supersets these with. You're never gonna believe it. Just watch. Just you watch. What? Hold on, let me go lower. Will I feel this in my glute? I think this is just to troll me, Marie. I'll do them, I'll do them. I'll do your workout. All right, so now we're moving on to some movements that I feel a little bit more comfortable with. That phase of the workout will not last long because the last thing I don't even know how to do. So now we have some stiff leg deadlifts. With these, Marie has really good advice in her video. You do want to lead back and sit back with your hips. Now, you still want a little bit of an athletic bend, but you're feeling a hamstring stretch, and then on the way up, feel your glutes pushing in as you push your hips forward. If you have any anterior pelvic tilt, try to get in the habit of pushing your glutes forward and hips under, like you're tucking your glutes under your pelvis. So keep that in mind as you're doing these. Whew. These are high rep sets. Okay. For all of these movements, make sure that you're doing 3 sets of 12 to 15 reps. It's high volume program. You don't have to go crazy, crazy heavy, but make sure it's hard. Get a little breathy. Get your glutes a burning because you want to get the pump. Is it real? I don't know. We're going to find out. Next movement we have is going to be weighted box step ups. Make sure that you get a box that isn't too high for you. You want something, this is maybe even a little bit too high still. You want something that's gonna get you in a 90 degree. So 90-degree angle with your hip, 90-degree angle with your knee. Do these weighted. You can also do these with just your body weight. Step on the box. Make sure during your step that you're placing all the weight of your body on the foot on the box. Do not press up with your foot on the ground. Okay, Marie actually, I messed up a little bit. Sorry, don't kill me. Marie actually does the box step up, same as I did, but she does bring her free leg up to extend. Whew, those are hard. Okay, you see I only did 12 on those, not 15. Okay, those are the movements that I'm most comfortable with in this entire series. Now the next one, we're gonna go back up to the studio room and get comfortable with, what are those balls called?
Swiss ball?
A Swiss ball. So pray for me. One thing that I don't have at this gym is an abductor-adductor machine. And she does the abductor, which is a machine that I do love. So get those in. You could sub them for possibly some cable kicks. So yeah, we'll do a couple of those so we can make up for it. Okay, we're back in the studio and we're gonna do the last 3 movements before we measure our glute pump. These 3 are things that I've never done. These are all with a Swiss ball, so it's sort of like a Swiss ball superset. So the first movement is called a Nordic curl. Ryan might coach me through some of these because he's had some experience with them. Me, not so much. Okay, so the first one is a Nordic curl. It's kind of like a hamstring curl with a Swiss ball. Marie says that it's gonna light your hamstrings up, so I trust that. Okay, but let's see, am I coordinated enough to figure it out? So essentially you just curl in. Is that it?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Glutes off the floor.
Yeah,
Oh God. Wish I could see myself. Oh my God, my glute, my hamstrings. Oh God, jeez. Marie, what the frick? Okay, next is a extended glute bridge. So my legs are a little bit more extended, heels on the ball. And so I just, I don't know if I'm doing it right. Does it look right?
Yes.
Marie, comment down below. Oh God, my hamstrings. Okay, now into feet flat on the Swiss ball. You have more of a range of motion with this hip thrust. Oh Jesus. Oh my God, that's the hardest part of the workout. Okay, hurry, let's measure. Okay, the time has come. We're ready to measure. I feel like I probably have a hamstring pump too. We were 42.5 before. Let's see what we are after. Does it look like I have a pump? Please, I hope that it worked.
Go down.
It went down?
I think I might be too low. 42.5.
42.5 still.
Wait.
The glute pump is not real. Although I feel like my booty is popping right now. The tape tells me otherwise. I told you, Marie, the glute pump is not real. I'm sure that also very well we could be having some measurement errors, as well as possibly I wasn't activating my glutes as well as I thought I was. Maybe I wasn't going as heavy as I should have, but as I suspected, the glute pump, it ain't real.
What do you think about the workout?
I thought the workout was great. So yeah, I thought the workout was really, really good. Again, the activation portion of it was exactly what I would do to activate for heavy squats. So that makes sense, and that kind of goes to show, I mean, as I've been training like a Fitspo, if you look at Winnie Simmons' video and Marie's, there is so much overlap. So I think sometimes either Fitspos get a bad rap or powerlifters get a bad rap for not doing, for powerlifters not doing enough accessories, which we definitely do, and I program a ton of accessories. Not everyone programs exactly the same, but on the other side of the coin, a lot of Fitspos do know what they're doing, and if you watch Marie's video, it's so good in explaining how to activate for the goal of muscle growth. So I appreciate my Fitspos and I love them. So yeah, thanks to Marie for being the inspiration to this video, although I have proved you wrong. I would love to see, here's my call out to Marie, I would love to see you do the same workout and show me that glute pump, girl, because probably it's just me fucking something up. Very, 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 very likely.
I'd also say that one of your biggest weaknesses in the squat is lack of activation.
Yep.
Even when you've kind of been working on your knee valgus and getting rid of that, in terms of just straight recruitment and kind of relying on your quads and your back,
yeah,
I feel like you kind of don't get that same tightness out of the hole.
For sure.
From you. So that's something we've been working on in your off season anyways.
And of course, my experience trying to activate certain muscles is going to be a lot different than someone like Marie who possibly has focused and studied more on glute activation and done so much more glute activation work, not just session to session, but years of more glute work specifically than I have. So I want to see Marie show me that pump, girl. So yeah, thanks a ton to Marie for being a sport and letting me try your workout. Sadly, my booty will stay 42 inches. Damn. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video. Be sure to check out all the links in the description down below and let me know what you guys think about this most recent Train Like a Fitspo. Why don't you try the same workout and show me your glute pump? I would love to see it. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell so that you're notified. If you enjoyed any part of this, give me a like. Comment down below whose Fitspo workout you want to see next. Bye. I do want to add that I did get an upper body pump a little bit. Like, how does that happen? It's like I look at weights and I'm like, I wish.